So I've got marathon tips for your first ever marathon. I'm not sure why Freely's stand next to me, but we'll use her as a thumbnail.
You're not sure, hey? You didn't just say, can you stand next to me for a moment?
Not at all. So the first tip for your marathon is you gotta be able to do the distance, man. My recommendation is walk a marathon before you try and run a marathon. Walk a marathon, jog, then jog walk a marathon, build up to it. The marathon's easy, but what happens is people do not enough training or whatever and go and do like a Rocky. Rocky was on steroids. Rocky was a movie. Rocky was on steroids to make a fucking movie. Rocky's not real, alright? The top marathoners are fucking full of EPO, full of hormones and shit like that. That's just reality. The marathon is easy though, but to run a world record pace, obviously you got to be on the juice. But for the everyday person to run a marathon, they're guzzling painkillers, using heaps of caffeine stimulants, and you're increasing your chance of injury. I don't recommend using those methods, because if you want to be a runner for life, you could look after your body, look after your joints, look after your heart. My tip would be, don't get caught up in any fad gimmick training programs. So one good training program that I'm not affiliated with is the Couch to 5K. Start with getting your 5K time down. But my tip would be to walk the marathon. Start off with walking a 10K every Sunday, and then a 12K, and then a 14K, and then a 15K, and then build up to it so your feet are strong enough, your ligaments are getting strong enough, alright? And that's how people get injured, is they just fucking jump into it. And I've been there myself. I'm a 2:48 marathon on 10 miles a week. I understand the mentality that goes into it. I understand the desire and drive. And another tip, running is shit for weight loss. If you're running for weight loss, forget it. It's the worst sport for weight loss. If you want to do sport for weight loss, get into cycling. Running is the worst sport for weight loss. Why is that? Because it takes so many miles to burn the calories, and you've got to be conditioned. Your body and your ligaments have to be conditioned. In nature, running is very natural, very, very good, but we'll be running from birth. Most people start running when they're 30 or 20 or 40, or just like, oh, I'm on a run today, I'm gonna run 10 miles, I haven't run for the last 5 years, but I'm gonna run 10 miles today, I'm gonna run as fast as I can. I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna toss some ibuprofen, and I'll be right, mate. That's what happens. And I'll go see my physio, and my physio give me a cortisone injection, and then we'll do a arthroscopy, and then I'll be tape it up, and we get some keno tape, and we're back out there. Yeah. But that's gonna fuck you up. So running's the worst for weight loss. Worst for weight loss. If you wanna burn some fucking calories, get on a bicycle and ride around the hills. And if you don't live in the hills, you live in Florida, ride into the headwinds. Get a power meter, just go crank on a bike. Running's the worst for weight loss. People disagree, and I'm like, well, I'm leaner than you, I'm fitter than you, I'm faster than you, and I'm not as injured as much as you, so I get to eat more than you, so don't even take my advice. Not to be egotistical, this is just a fact, this is just the truth, alright? I do both cycling and running. I run, why do I run? Is because it's a personal challenge. I want to see how fast I can go in the marathon. It's just always something I like. It's pretty fucking arbitrary, really. It's fucking arbitrary. Watch your marathon time, it's fucking meaningless, arbitrary, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and that's the main thing. So first tip for your marathon, you should be able to walk a marathon comfortably before you even attempt to run a marathon, in my opinion. Alright? All this running's bad for your joints and knees, that is coming from people who overtrain and pop painkillers and do heaps of stimulants or whatever, and just go out there and do it and just deny their body's call for rest. Bottom line is, get out there and go, but start off with walking the distance before you're trying to run the distance. And then mentally, you know, oh, I can do the distance. Now I'm gonna throw some jogs in. Look at the Couch to 5K program, a great starter. But I would say, practice on a walking marathon, get the confidence up, time on your feet, and eat and drink. Plenty of videos on what to eat and drink for marathons. This is just your first tip for your beginners. Walk, bottom line, first tip, marathoners, be able to walk the distance comfortably before you worry about running it or jogging it. And then you'll have a much better experience because you know you can actually do the distance. Done.